So coming to the experimental part, here we will give you an idea how the continuous dilution are made to prepare the sample solution, and after preparation of sample solution, how this sample will be evaluated in UV visible spectrometer with an demonstrations. So first try to understand, we just go and try to understand the dilution process and preparation of samples. First, as for the earlier discussion, we have prepared the stock solution taking 100 mg of drug in 100 ml solution. The concentration of the prepared solution will be 1 mg per ml or 1000 microgram per ml. Now from that particular solution we have taken 10 ml of the stock solution and transfer it into 100 ml of volumetric flux. For all the cases of dilution, we are using phosphate buffered, freshly prepared phosphate buffer solution. Now the concentration of the prepared standard solution will be 100 microgram per ml. Now from this 100 microgram solution, we will take a gradually defined concentration of solution and make it further diluted to prepare a concentration range maybe of 10 microgram, 20, 30, 40 microgram per ml, or you may take 0.1 ml, 2 ml, 3 ml, 4 ml likewise, and prepare the rest of the solution. Now after that we'll just move forward particularly to see how the UV visible spectrophotometric study can be performed. So student, now we are going to demonstrate about the dissolution study, which is considered as the most important study as far as pharmaceuticals is concerned. So we are going to demonstrate how to perform the dissolution study in dissolution apparatus. Here you can see we have selected this particular apparatus. We are going to perform our study in dissolution apparatus. We have already set all the parameters which is need to perform the study, and now we are just going to put the tablets inside the pan, and we are going to start the study. Before going to starting the study, I just want to brief out a few details which is most essential for performing the dissolution study. First of all, the tenure of the study will be depend upon the type of formulation you have selected. For example, if you are going for any conventional release tablet, so you will certainly going to find out in the monograph they have mentioned the time duration is shorter duration. It may be of 1 hour or 1 hour 50 minutes, like that you will find the time. However, whenever you move forward for doing some evaluation study of sustained release or controlled release product, suddenly you will find a duration of this study will be higher. It may be more than 4 hours to even 12 hours or so. So based on this particular protocol, we have to continue the study as per our need. Another thing which is very much important is the frequency of sampling. Frequency of sampling, this is otherwise known as to maintain the sink condition, where we will collect the samples after a particular duration of time, and again the fresh medium will be going to replace after collection of equal amount of sample. So by this way we will going to maintain a dynamic conditions in this particular system. Now selection of dissolution media is another issue. So as a dissolution media we can select phosphate buffer, 0.1 normal HCl, any stimulated intestinal fluids and other organ for which your drug delivery system has been designed. So we have to put the dissolution medium over here, and then we can start the dissolution. Formally we use 900 ml of dissolution medium for the study. However, the amount of dissolution medium can also be varied based on the requirement or as mentioned in the standard monograph. So by this way we can continue the things. Now, as I have already selected paddle type apparatus, I can show you by raising the panel. You can see we have used paddle type apparatus for this particular study. However, we can also use the basket type apparatus for performing this study. Now, as you can able to see that we have attached that paddle nicely And now we are just moving the pedal down so that we can initiate the process. Enter thing is fixed. We will just click start button to start the study after putting one tablet in each faces. We have to wait for a temperature adjustment of 37 degree plus minus, which is commonly a mimic temperature of our internal body conditions. So to find that temperature, we have to use heater system for heating out this whole component. This is particular heater system we have utilized for overcoming these issues. So I hope I could able to give you a brief on this resolution system. So friends, we are just going to follow the similar kind of process for each and every resolution of different sort of tablets or any capsule formulation using the same protocol. So dear students, today we are going to demonstrate about the last part of most of the practical. It's the analytical sections. Okay, so for analysis purpose, majority of time we used to use UV visible spectrophotometer. So I will just give you one demonstration how to evaluate or analyze the final sample in the UV visible spectrophotometer. Let's come and see the demonstration. Now as you can see, this is the UV 900 series of Simarju. So this particular machine, by this particular machine you are going to evaluate the things. So this machine, as you can see here, already one display is available here. From this particular display only you can find out different parameters. For example, if you want to go for photometric mode, then you have to select this one. If you want to go for the kinetic mode, then you are again going to select your kinetic mode. Accordingly you have to select and carry out the things. So let's first go and show you the sample holders. This is the cabinet. You can see the sample holders are available over here. There is two holder, means this is a double beam. So double beam means here you can put the samples in a cuvette. Now let's show you the cuvette. What is cuvette? This is the cuvette where you need to put the sample, and this particular cuvette have to place inside this cabin, and then you can start the study. For example, I have this is the number of sample which we need to evaluate, and this is the reference of the sample. These are the test sample and this one is the reference sample. So first I will calibrate the machine by using the reference sample. Once the machine is calibrated, then one by one I will put the samples and analyze the things. At the same time, you can see in the IP and other reference standard books, they used to mention a lambda max value. This lambda max value is the value which you need to put at the time of screening. So I have just added the reference portion. Now I am going to place it in this way. The hazy part will come this particular way, and there will be a transparent part through which the light can pass. Another thing I will just mention in the same way. I have already added. So this particular added portion will going to incorporate inside the by this way we can put the holders of the things, and then we can start the process from here, as well as we can start the process from there also. You can operate the things through the monitor also. So this is the overall scenario. By this way we can plot one by one sample in our UV visible spectrophotometer and analyze each sample at particular lambda max value. Hope you all have enjoyed these particular sessions.